My name is Andrew Marcus. I'm 38 years old and I live in Limerick, Pennsylvania, the suburbs of Philadelphia. I'm married. I have a 6-year-old son named Adam, and my full-time job as a personal trainer. So I found LRGs in 2021. My first game was Survivor Pennsylvania. And then the next year I played Survivor Angelica up in Rochester, New York, 2022. And then in 2023, I played, it was called 1984. It was a Big Brother game and it was located in Pittsburgh. So play that back. I've kind of improved every year. I got 14th out of 20 in that first ever LRG. Swap screwed, if I say so myself. And then in the 2022 in the Survivor Angelica, 5th place. So I was very proud of that game. I felt like I was an immunity win or two away from snatching that crown. So I was happy with that. And then last year, 1984 Big Brother, I finished in 4th place. So we're on the right track here. We're hoping this year at Stranded, we keep going in the right direction, but I'm not settling for 3rd. We want it all. A player, however, I think I like to either not emulate, but take a lot from, I would say, is Jeremy Collins. Jeremy Collins leads with passion, leads with compassion, and I think people pick up on that. He was able to do what I need to do to have success in this game, is like not deny that I'm a physical threat, but also put myself in a position with allies that trust me, that are loyal to me, that will take me to the end, and then allies that are bigger threats than me that might get the votes before I do. So Jeremy did a really good job of that. People since then have really tried to emulate the way he plays, and no doubt there's a little bit of me trying to emulate how Jeremy Collins plays. I think the thing that's going to be different about this one is perception and adaptability. It's like understanding who's with you, who's against you, who might be with you right now and might turn on you sooner than later, and recognizing that before they do. If I want to get to the end of this game, I need to put myself with allies that aren't going to realize at Final 5 he's a threat to win the game and want to cut me, no matter how great our relationship is, So they have to make as much sense for my game as I make for those, and I'll spend the whole game making sure they feel comfortable with me all the way to those final 2 or 3 chairs. Stranded to me means, not a lot of room to wiggle. Meaning decisions and choices are probably going to be limited. Heck, maybe it is a one world type vibe. And even if we're split off into 2 or 3 tribes, we're all, intermingling and socializing. And that's cool with me. The more people I meet, the better. But they're just going to be, no place to hide in this game. So be ready to I think I'll just have to be ready to play from the moment I hit the beach. I'd like to think I knew that was your tagline and I didn't, but I'm happy I said it. It says I'm on to something. I'm on the right track here. So you know what? I'm honestly bring it on is the way I feel about it. If you're going to give me nowhere to hide, I'm going to take that information or lack thereof and just go full force with it. That's good for me. I'm going to spin every scenario and every twist you put at me as a negative and something that's supposed to get in my way, and shape it in my head on how to use it to a positive, right? So if I get to meet the whole cast immediately and I can have conversations with the whole cast immediately, if that's where we're going with this, no place to hide, that's a win for me. Because when we do break off and then we do have to make decisions later in the game, hopefully when I get to merge, I'll have a baseline of relationships to use to my advantage and give me a lot of different options to roll with. So I'm okay with no place to hide. I'm ready for that. A little bit, yeah, not too much, because I don't want so my biggest challenge is the challenges. As much as I show off the guns, they don't get you very far in Survivor. They only get you so far.
I don't think I'm nearly as big a threat for immunities after than Mr. Arms.
Mr. Muscles.
Fast. He's a killer.
Yeah.
So I need to dial in some puzzles that I'm not great at. I need to improve my fire making. Those are things that I'm going to do before I get out there. But in that same sense, like I don't want to be the perfect player. If I'm like killing puzzles and I look fit, like that's just going to put a target on my back that I can't erase. And then it'll be hard to bring my target level down. So if I don't look like the smartest tool in the shed, that's okay. Like maybe people will think less of me. Even though I'm not working with Susie, I still have put this like foundational relationship in that doesn't cut anybody off. So to me, it's a reason and a chance to make a relationship there and be like, Susie, like we might not be working closely now, but I want to trust you. I know you have something against me. Let's use this to both of our advantages and get us both further where we want to go. In the moment, say the things that she needs to hear to trust that I do mean that. And the chances are pretty high that I probably do mean that. Sometimes allies fall into your lap like that. She sees an idol, me find an idol. She just became my new best friend because I know she can use it against me. So I will do whatever it takes to let her know that this idol is not a bad thing in my pocket. We're going to use it to our advantage. And hopefully it's a new ally out of them, turning a negative into a positive. And I'll try to make an ally out of it and not just be like, oh, Susie's got to go now. She knows about my idol. That's not going to get me anywhere. It'll probably just make me flush it out and get voted out the next round. So, I mean, you run the scenarios. You could try to flip the vote if you think you have enough, that takes a lot of social capital and agency. If it's the time and place to like rally the numbers, flip the vote, and all of a sudden, like, you made that happen. Yes, it's something on your resume, but it's also something that makes you a target moving forward. If that's a lost cause, then it comes down to like, does my vote matter? Like, is she or he or they going to be hurt by me voting them out and then sit on jury and not give me a vote to win? And it depends on the part of the game, where we're at of the game. If it's just like pre-jury, kind of hide my cards a little bit, maybe I do vote them out and just, look for new allies. There's always more people and more friends to be made. Like I just said, I want to keep numbers. So first and foremost, we're trying to keep allies in the game. It makes me a loyal player in these games. So if I do see somebody that I've played with before, like I think they don't come in with bad blood. I play pretty loyal. So I think they can recognize and be like, hopefully excited to see me. Oh, that's a face I know. That's an instant connection to have. And it's a good place to start. So if I see someone I know, chances are I'm going to be excited they're there. I'm going to be happy to see them and hope it gets me, at least they're not going to be wanting to vote me out immediately. But that being all said, I think the best part about Survivor, even this small LRG community, is in order to win, you need to play the hand you're dealt. So if I'm on a starting tribe, if I'm on different starting tribes and I get to the merge with different allies and somebody I happen to know, I'm not going to throw away everything I have going for me for somebody I met before 2 years ago. It's all about trusting my gut, reading what's going on in the game, and are they just saying what I want to hear, or am I really believing that they want to work with me? And then that's my job to make that decision on who's being truthful in that, whether I know them or not. Weakness is puzzles and challenges because, like I said, like you're only going to make me run and lift something heavy so often. But the puzzles and stuff like that, it's just a lot of these, challenges aren't my wheelhouse. So I'm aware of that and I'm willing to deal with that. But my weakness is challenge puzzles. My strength is my straightforwardness, right? Because it's the way I talk to people in the game that allows people to trust me, leave me with this sense of he's a genuine, loyal guy and I can trust him.
Who's going to pick me up if I do survive? And I'm like willing to play with someone that picks me up instead of just kicks me to the curb, I'd be loyal to that.
It's the way I speak, it's the way I talk about the game. And I don't beat around the bush. I come to people, whether they're my ally or not my ally, with where I stand in the game. So I think it's a big strength of mine. It's my game communication and, my social abilities there to make people trust me and want to work with me. And then yeah, that weakness is that damn, don't give me a slide puzzle. If they're going to expect somebody to play hard, say what they need to say at tribal councils. You all, a lot of times people are hush hush, and I am willing to talk. I don't care. I actually think tribal council is a chance to get what I want to say to a group of people in a group setting and still like leave tribal council with people understanding where I'm at even better. So like, I'm not afraid to talk. I'm there to play hard. I'm there to have fun, and I'm there to win.
Well, will Andrew survive being stranded? Only time will tell.
Thank you.